What's going on, guys? Just Messi here and welcome to a brand new video and welcome to your daily dose of transfer gossip. And today is the Friday the 22nd of June. And there's actually quite a few confirmed deals to go through today, so just before we get started, as always, if you enjoy the video and enjoy transfers, show support by leaving a like rating, that'd be absolutely awesome and greatly appreciated. If you're new to my channel, press the subscribe button for more, and press the notifications tab next to it to receive an alert every single time I upload a video. If you missed yesterday's video, we're down below in the description box. Current schedule every day at 8 AM is a transfer video, is the second upload at 9 PM. And finally, in the comment section below, now we've seen every single nation play at the World Cup, who's your favourites to win the whole thing? I know some teams have only played one game, others being two, but so far most of the favourites really haven't performed too well. Now I know Argentina only just got into the World Cup itself anyway, but so far in their first two games, they've probably been the most disappointing. Right, and let's jump on to confirmed deals. The very first one, it won't actually take place until next season. And it's not even a player, in fact, it's going to be a managerial change, again, for the end of the 2018-19 season, and that is Hoffenheim's manager Nagelsmann, who's just 30 years old. He's definitely regarded as one of the best Bundesliga managers, and at that age being 30, it's pretty damn insane. But yesterday, they announced he'd be leaving Hoffenheim, not now though, at the end of next season. And he'll be taking over as Leipzig manager in 2019, so 1 year's time, and for me, that's some exciting times ahead for German football. Leipzig have got a very good project going on, and bringing in potentially the best young manager around, it has the potential to become a very good combination. And now we've got two Spaniards making the switch to the Saudi Pro League, and the very first player is going to be Alexis. Yesterday, the defender made the switch from Alaves on a free transfer to Al Ahly, and Al Ahly also signed Gerardo, who used to play for Watford, I believe, a couple years ago, from Espanyol, and again, it's a free transfer. And the final player on the page is going to be a Ukrainian goalkeeper called Boyko. Yesterday, he joined Dynamo Kiev from Besiktas for an undisclosed fee, and most likely won't be on FIFA 19. And moving on to the next page, the very first player is Del Castillo. Yesterday, he joined Rennes from Lyon for €2 million. And next to him is going to be John Flanagan, completing a switch to Rangers on a free transfer from Liverpool after completing his medical yesterday as a 2-year deal. Then we have got Steele making the switch to Brighton in the Premier League from Sunderland, who now are in League One. And I find it mad they're in the third tier of English football, because just a couple years ago, obviously in the Premier League, but now back-to-back relegations, it's not looking good. And that, by the way, is an undisclosed fee on a 3-year deal. And next up, we've got the Argentinian centre-back Funes Mori going to Villarreal in Spain. He's joined from Everton, again undisclosed fee, and he's on a 4-year contract. And the final two confirmed ones today are going to be two centre midfielders. The very first one is going to be Emre Can. He finally completed the switch to Juventus from Liverpool on a free transfer after his contract expired. And there's actually quite a bit of detail about this one. So first up, he's wearing the number 23 shirt, same as he did at Liverpool. He's on a 4-year contract, but we did get a lot of information about his contract and how it's going down at Juve. So again, a 4-year deal, he's getting £11 million a year for the first 2 years. That works out to be £220,000 a week for the first 2 years, and the third year and fourth year, it goes down to £80,000. But in 2 years' time, after £220,000 a week is done, he might sign a new deal and get even more money. He's also the first Juventus player ever to have a release clause in his contract. It's €50 million, around 43 or 42 million pounds. I was thinking, like, that kind of fee in this type of market, I'd be very surprised if he has one good year at Juve, a Prem team could snap him up easily. And when he was in talks to Liverpool before to get a new contract, he wanted a release clause on that as well. And the final bit of information we found out, his signing on fee was £14 million. That's 1-4, by the way, not 4-0, but considering he was a free transfer, it does make sense, as it does with every free agent, that he makes more money because there's no transfer fee. And the final confirmed one is actually been confirmed for a while now, but it was fully announced yesterday. So Fred made the switch to Manchester United from Shakhtar for £52 million, although some sites, including Sky Sports News, are saying £61.2 million after bonuses. And he has signed a 5-year contract with the club. I think the initial hold-up for the transfer, they're waiting on a work permit. So that is it for confirmed deals today. Let's move on to potential rumours. And the very first one is according to Sky Sports News. Ajax have made contact with Southampton over a £15 million signing of Tadic. Another source called Telegraph has said that Ajax have agreed personal terms with Tadic now and will pay a €17 million release clause to get him. And they did get around €20 million or so for Justin Kluivert going to Roma, so I'm not sure if it's like an out-and-out replacement, because he's definitely not, but they're starting to spend that money. And next up, according to Cadena Coppe, Valencia have agreed a €15 million deal with Lyon to sign defender Diakabi. He is only 21 years old and I imagine has got a lot of potential about him. That's all that article says for now. Next up, according to ESPN, Leicester City are looking to bring in Mohamed El Yunusi from FC Basel. It doesn't mention any kind of fee or anything, but for FIFA Ultimate Team, it'd be quite a cool one to have because I think still he has got 5-star skill moves and tends to get quite a few informed cards. And for real life purposes, Riyad Mahrez still could go to Manchester City, although that one, it's been held up quite a bit and I'm very surprised it hasn't gone through. But the latest reports last night were saying City could pull out of a deal for a second time if Leicester don't lower their valuation. I'm not sure if El Yunusi is a replacement for him, but he can play on the left hand side or on the right. And next up, again according to Sky Sports News, West Ham have joined Arsenal and Chelsea and Napoli in the race to sign £35 million rated midfielder Jean-Michel Seri from Nice. And I must say, I've been pretty impressed by West Ham so far in this summer transfer window because they've brought in Issa Diop from Toulouse, that was like €25 million, they brought in Fabianski from Swansea for £7 million, and very close to signing Felipe Anderson from Lazio for around £35 million. And if they do manage to sign Seri, it'd be a very good show of intent because again, the teams linked to him so far, you have got Barca last season, the article does say Chelsea, you got Napoli and Arsenal, but West Ham getting him ahead of them, fair play. And now one for Arsenal fans, and this one is according to AS in Spain. Arsenal are one of 3 clubs interested in Lyon. They face competition from Marseille and AC Milan. I know he's a versatile player because in real life for Sevilla and previously for FC Porto, he does play left back, but I'm pretty certain, I could be wrong here, for Mexico, the national team, I've seen him play right wing. Again, it doesn't mention any kind of fee, and for FC Porto a couple years ago, he got so many assists. And he's not on this page right now, but according to Gazzetta dello Sport, they say Unai Emery is interested in signing Ava Banega from Sevilla. And next up, according to Sky Italia, West Ham's Marko Arnautovic has been offered to former club Inter Milan. And so far this window, Inter have been very busy, linked to a lot of different players, and in fact later on this episode, they could complete a very big deal very soon. And a few weeks ago, Arnautovic and Mandzukic were linked to Manchester United, but at this point in time, that seems to have cooled down a little bit. And on paper, if they manage to bring in these transfers are linked to, their squad next season could again be very good and potentially challenge Juve for a Scudetto. And next up, one for Tottenham fans, and this one is according to Foot Mercato. They are saying Tottenham have made a bid of €25 million for OGC knee striker Plea. The former Lyon man is understood to be Spurs' backup target behind Manchester United forward Anthony Martial. It does seem that Spurs have given up on signing Martial, by the way, despite wanting to leave, because it is very unlikely that United will sell him to a rival. And I know so far in this window, Plea has been into likes of Borussia Dortmund at one point, I think Villarreal, Atletico Madrid, and the main one I did see though, it was Borussia Mönchengladbach in the Bundesliga. And next up, according to the Daily Star, England star Ruben Loftus-Cheek is set to quit Chelsea this summer as he wants more first team opportunities there. Last season he spent out on loan to Crystal Palace, has done very well for himself, and I actually really like him as a player, by the way, extremely good on the ball. Got himself into the World Cup squad and the national setup for England and came on the other day, and according to the Daily Express, Everton are the front runners for him. Merseyside rivals Liverpool are also in the running, while Chelsea could look to sell Bakayoko and use Loftus-Cheek instead. And now we've got Jorginho to Man City again, this time according to Manchester Evening News. Man City's pursuit of Jorginho is being held up by a difference in valuation of around €20 million. That's between Napoli and City. And Damasio, Fabrizio Romano, Sky Sports Italia, they're all saying it's very close to being done. And next up, according to the Daily Mirror, former Barcelona man Thiago Alcantara is a shock target for Real Madrid, and that is after Kovacic has revealed his intentions to leave the club. And the thing about Kovacic, he's a very good midfielder with so much potential still about him. Just unfortunately for him, he's got Toni Kroos, Luka Modric and Casemiro to get ahead of. Realistically, he's a backup player, but maybe in a couple years time, Luka Modric's 34 or something, he could be his replacement. And next up, according to Sky Sports Italia and Fabrizio Romano, Javier Pastore to Roma could be completed very soon because an agreement has been reached between Roma and Paris Saint-Germain. It's a €20 million fee plus €4 million in add-ons. And he should sign very soon, so I imagine next 24 hours, 48 hours or so, he probably will be a confirmed deal. And same applies to the man next to him, being NAINGGOLAN going to Inter Milan. So first up, according to Football Italia, Roma star NAINGGOLAN is set to join Inter for £21 million plus Santon and Zaniolo. And Damasio is saying the same thing of €24 million plus those two players. And Roma values Zaniolo and Santon at a fee of €14 million. And Gazzetta dello Sport said once Inter completed a deal for Nainggolan, they'll turn their attention to Tottenham midfielder Moussa Dembele. I was saying before, if Inter get his transfers done for Nainggolan, for Dembele and many other players, it could be a great squad for next season. And next up, according to Luciano Moggi, if I say his name, I do apologise there, he is a former Juventus director. He has revealed that Pjanic will join Chelsea this summer. Pjanic has been linked to a lot of different clubs so far, including the likes of Barcelona and Man City, but according to Calcio Mercato, the former director has made it clear that Pjanic will be going to Chelsea. Juventus are trying to offer him a new contract, so again he might still stay, but according to the former director, he's going to be leaving. And next up, according to multiple different sources, they're saying PSG Sporting director Antero Henrique was in Milan yesterday to meet with Juventus. Sport Italia are saying the player they're talking about was Rabiot. He is a concrete target for the Bianconeri, and a 23-year-old midfielder's contract expires next summer. But that, guys, is going to be it for this video. So as always, if you enjoyed it and enjoyed transfers, show support by leaving a like rating. That'd be absolutely awesome and greatly appreciated. If you're new to my channel, press the subscribe button for more and press the notifications tab next to it to receive an alert every single time I upload a video. If you missed yesterday's video, it will be down below in the description box. Current schedule every day at 8 AM is a transfer video. If it's a second upload, every 9 PM. And finally, in the comment section below, now we've seen all the teams play at the World Cup, who's your favourite to win the whole tournament? Let me know your answers down below. So thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you next time.